Good morning, students. Today we will discuss additional important questions from your question bank. Okay. The first one, question number one: Eat within bracket rain since 8 o'clock this morning. So, since is there, so we have to use present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so it has been raining since 8 o'clock this morning. Number two, I have my dinner an hour ago. Now you see here time is mentioned. Okay, an hour ago, this is the time actually. So when time is mentioned, we have to use simple past tense. So the answer will be I had my dinner. Had is the past form of the verb have. I had my dinner an hour ago. Next, when we went to his house, he read a book. Within bracket, read a book. So the answer will be when we went to his house, he was reading a book. Next one, he behaves. She behaves as if she, within bracket, know everything. So after as if, we have to use the past form of the verb. So the answer will be she behaves as if she knew everything. Question number 5. Socrates was, within bracket, take away to prison. Now you see here the question is in passive form. Got it? By the soldiers, it is not given here. So Socrates was taken away to prison. Okay, the next one, he go to Ceylon last month. Again, last month, the time is mentioned. So he went to Ceylon last month. Then question number 7. If it within bracket rain, I shall not go out. So here, when conditional sentence type 1, where the verb in the if clause is in simple present tense, and the verb in the main clause is in simple future tense. So the answer will be if it rains, I shall not go out. Next one. Question number 8. I read the book since morning. Again, since morning. So, I have been reading the book since morning. Okay, next one. Question number 9. He do the work since Monday last. He has been doing the work since Monday last. Question number 10. The work was, within bracket, begin a month ago. Okay, again in the passive form. So the work was begun, begun, a month ago. Then question number 11. He left for Europe last Friday. Last Friday is there, within bracket, leave actually. He left for Europe last Friday. Number 12, you learn English for 6 years now. So you have been learning English for 6 years now. Question number 13, he went out after he, within bracket, locked the door. He went out. This is the later action actually. He went out after is, since after is there. So he went out after he had locked the door. You fail unless you work hard. Within bracket, fail. You, within bracket, fail unless you work hard. So if you will fail unless you work hard. Okay, unless means if not. Okay, you will fail unless you work hard. I have not seen him. I have not seen him since we, within bracket, leave school. Okay, here past after since simple past tense, and that becomes the point of time. So I have not seen him since we left school. Okay, Question number 16. He was getting off the bus. As he was getting off the bus, he within bracket fall down. Okay. As he was getting off the bus, he fell down. F-E-L-L, fell down. Question number 17. The so always indicate it is a sentence where the verb which is simple present tense. Okay, so the so always begins at 6 p.m. Then he treated me as though I were a god. Okay, hypothetical past. If you neglect your studies, you will fail. If you neglect will be the answer. Within bracket, neglect is there because in simple present tense with second person we don't use ed, any s or es. Okay, so if you neglect your studies, the verb in the if clause is in simple present tense, you will fail. Okay, I not meet him for a week. Okay, I have not met him for a week. The bus usually arrive. Usually is there, so it is sort of a habitual action. Okay, repeating action. That's why we use simple present tense. So the bus usually arrives at 6 o'clock. The lady slept while she within bracket climbed the steps. Okay, the lady slept while she was climbing the steps. If I within bracket be the member of the committee, I would not do such a mistake. Would not do. It is there. Would is there. Would plus first form of the verb in the main clause. So it is conditional sentence type 2. That's why the answer will be if I were the member of the committee. If I were the member of the committee, I would not do such a mistake. Then question number 24. The moon disappears when the sun rises. Okay, the moon disappears when the sun rises. Okay, so here when is the conjunction actually. Anyway, the moon disappears, both are in simple present tense. I go there before my brother went. It is the first action, in the past between the two consecutive actions, we will use past perfect tense. So I had gone there before my brother went. Next one, my sister generally go to school on foot. Okay, so generally is there. That's why it is. We will use simple present tense. Okay, my sister generally goes to school on foot. He said that he liked only coffee. Like is within bracket. Since said is there, so it will be simple past tense. So he said that he liked only coffee. Okay, I not take my breakfast yet. So when yet is there, we have to use present perfect tense anyway. I have not taken my breakfast yet. Well, I heard, this is question number 29. I heard you, within bracket, be ill. Okay, I heard you were ill. You can use had been also here. Okay. We know each other for many years. We have known each other for many years. If you invite him, he will come. So he will come. This is the main clause of this conditional sentence. So we have to use simple present tense in the if clause. So after you, we don't have to use any s or es. So the answer will be, if you invite him, he will come. She wait for you since early morning. within bracket wait. She has been waiting for you since early morning. She talks as if she within bracket know everything. After as if, we will have to use past simple past tense. Got it? So the answer will be she talks as if she knew everything. Okay. Then my sister not drink tea or coffee. Okay. My sister, it is in negative form. Got it? So simple present tense. The original sentence is in simple present tense. Now we have to use the negative form of simple present tense. So my sister does not drink tea or coffee. He sleep and cannot meet you now. Within bracket sleep. He within bracket sleep and cannot meet you now. So he is sleeping and cannot meet you now. We live here since 1980. So we have been living here since 1980. If the rain continues, the match within bracket postponed. Okay. So if the rain continues, the match will be postponed. Okay. One of my uncles. So subject is singular. Within bracket live in Guwahati for 10 years. So one of my uncles has been living in Guwahati for 10 years. Then they went to college after I returned. So answer will be they went to college after I had returned. Question number 40. The construction of the road was within bracket begin a month ago. Again in the passive form, the construction of the road was begun a month ago. Then I could have helped you if I, within bracket be present there. Could have helped. So it indicates that it is conditional sentence type 3. So the answer would be I could have helped you if I had been present there. Well, 42. Most of the soldiers within bracket killed in the battle. Okay, most of the soldiers were killed in the battle. Okay, there within bracket be many stories about the invention of printing. Okay, there are many stories about the invention of printing. I dash within bracket know him since his boyhood. I have known him since his boyhood. We cannot use ing form with know. Okay, that's why we are using present perfect tense. Milton within bracket say it is better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. So Milton says or said, okay, it is better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. Okay, Milton said it is better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. Okay, I within bracket have my dinner before he arrived at our house. So the answer will be you have to use present past perfect tense here. Okay, the verb is have. You see, since we are going to use past perfect tense, so there is always a had with past perfect tense as an auxiliary verb. So the answer will be I had my dinner to had before he arrived at our house. Okay, we dash our work by Monday next. Okay, anyway, you see, by Monday next, you see, before a specific time in future. So the answer will be we will have finished our work by Monday next. The boy is playing now, but he within bracket sleep an hour ago. Okay, the boy is playing now, but uh, you see, he was sleeping an hour ago. Okay. You see why we are using sleeping here? Because it is a compound sentence. Okay, here conjunction is but, and generally with compound sentences, the both we use continuous tense here in both cases. Okay, we can use slept also because the time is mentioned here. Okay, well, I may mention this is it is better you use slept an hour ago because time is mentioned here. Anyway, 49, the last one, it is a paragraph from Gandhi's autobiography actually. Previously, it used to be a chapter in your class 10 textbook. Anyway, it's a part of an extract actually from that particular lesson. Okay, I may mention, however, that I was none the worse for abstaining. After you see preposition, we are using the ing form. Okay, for abstaining from exercise. That was because, okay, I had read in books about the benefits of taking long walks in the open, and having liked perfect participle, having liked the advice, I had formed a habit of taking walks. So that's all there are in your question bank. Okay, anyway, you see, we have almost completed the tense form. Okay, I have explained some of the rules in the blackboard also, and we have discussed the questions that are in question bank. Anyway, sort of a revision, you should remember that with two successive means happening one after the other, past tense, we use simple past tense with the earlier action, and past perfect tense with the earlier action, and simple past tense with the action that happened later. So what happens if two action happens in the future? Okay, so in such cases we use you see future perfect tense for the earlier actions. Okay, and simple present tense with the later action, and the use of past continuous tense and simple past tense. You see, the rule is that if in the middle of a longer action something happens, we use past continuous tense for the longer action, and simple past tense for the actions that happen in the middle. Okay, we have conditional sentences also. In conditional type sentence type 1, we use simple present tense and simple future tense. For example, if it rains, I shall not go to school. Then we have type 2, where we use simple past tense, and this form would, either would, should, could or might plus first form of the verb. Okay, for example, if I were you, I would not do it. And then we have conditional sentence type 3, where if clause is in perfect tense, past perfect tense, we use past perfect tense with if clause, and with the main clause we use the form either would, could, should or might plus have plus third form of the verb. For example, if I had known his address, I could have invited to the party. Then another rule with certain expressions like I wish, as if, it is time, as though, we use past form of the verb, that is called hypothetical past. Okay, then when a particular sentence begins with here and there, we use simple present tense. For example, here he comes. Okay, there he goes. Okay, so we use simple present tense. Okay, then you see certain tense may be in passive form, so accordingly we have to use passive form. Okay, so in such cases we use the rule of voice. Okay, that's all of today. In the next class we'll discuss another topic of grammar. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.